The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now enjoy the show.
What up? What up?
What is going on?
Oh man, Cracker Jack timing at his finest, my friends.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Everybody, welcome to Running with Scissors. We kind of light today for temporarily.
Temporary.
And if you don't know, I am Michelle with the 1L.
Hello, Michelle with 1L. I am RG.
With the 1G.
With the 1G. Love it. I was like, I was slow for a second. I was like,
RG with the 1G.
That's right.
Today is viewer's choice.
Indeed.
So we're kind of talking about what you guys want us to talk about today.
Come on with it.
So we don't know where this conversation is going to go.
Like you.
But I do, before we even get started, I saw something on the internet today. I know we're not doing crap we see on the internet, but it was very bothersome.
You know what? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. We can make it official. As soon as I find a little bit there. Let's see. I still have
This
it.
definitely was some crap.
Oh, yeah. And I got it. Let's do that.
Crap I seen on the internet.
You have the calm, number one.
I saw this video today of classroom, and the teacher was singing happy birthday to one of the students. It was a black student, about 6 years old. I think it was 6. And the majority of the kids around him, because only in the camera view you can see him and maybe about 4 or 5 other kids, and they were white kids.
Right.
So the teacher is singing happy birthday to him. She's like, okay, class, let's sing happy birthday. They sang happy birthday the first time, the right time, the right way. The second time she sings happy birthday to you. What's the song? You live in a zoo.
You look like a monkey, you smell like one too.
And you smell like one too.
Well, we said that horrible stuff when I was in school.
But this is a white teacher singing this to a little black kid.
Well, it hits wrong now. In the 80s, we sung that to everybody. That was just what it was. Yeah.
We did, but I said this on the post too. I said even back then it was insulting.
Yeah.
To sing that to a child.
Yes, we were saying that horrible stuff. Yeah. I'm not condoning it, but it's
right.
Yeah.
But as kids, we did sing that to each other. But for a teacher to sing that in the climate that we're in right now, to sing this and the look on the little boy's face, he was not happy.
No.
And the other kids were kind of looking, and because what she said was after they sang happy birthday the first time, she was like, do you want to hear it the fun way now? Bitch, what?
That's not the fun way anymore. We were toxic as kids. It wasn't fun then either.
It wasn't.
Fun.
She had to know that was inappropriate. She had to know.
Well, she do not. You're an idiot.
Because she might not have a job come tomorrow.
Or she might have to fight them parents every single day till she
gonna get on the people's internet and start crying and apologizing and all of that foolishness because oh no, it was just a joke. Come on, ma'am.
Play too much.
You can't say that was a joke. You know good and well that wasn't cool.
Look, I grew up in the 80s. It was inappropriate when I was saying it in 4th grade.
It was inappropriate then. Because, but I think that to make it a little bit better, it wasn't teachers singing it. It was kids singing it to each other. So it was like, even though it was still wrong, it was still insulting. It was just like, we're 5 and 6 and 7 or whatever we are. So it was like, but we learned from somewhere. So whoever made that song up didn't have good intentions.
Yeah, because we even had the horrible Christmas song, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells. We made a horrible song out of everything. This is what we did.
Yeah, but when you think about Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin laid an egg, who are you insulting?
Batman and Robin. I'm sure they're upset about this. Sure they were mad about that.
Who are you insulting? You're not insulting a person.
True. This is true. Wait a minute. Batman's not real? All right, quit.
Oh, man.
You lied to me.
So I was just like, it made me angry. And I, because it's like, come on. And I look at the child's face and I could tell that he wasn't happy. No.
That don't hit like that. So we said it meanly even as kids, but we didn't realize how bad it was until I got older. Oh, man. Super problematic.
Yeah. You live in a zoo. You look like a monkey and you smell like one too?
Yeah.
It's my birthday. Why are you insulting me? That ain't
not climate.
That ain't happy. This ain't the climate for that at all. So yeah, I wasn't happy about that.
Call back. Frenemies. Boom. Teacher. What it is. What else on the board?
Well, this is our last show for the season, so let's make it a good one.
Oh, it's already starting out with a bang. So I got a question for you. This is a callback from yesterday. So we got into the conversation, a little small one, about what would you do if you had a clone of yourself right now? I have an answer, but I want to hear what you would do if you had a Michelle 1L right next to your clone of you right now.
She would be. I would send her to work. She would go do all the stuff that I don't want to do. She would do my laundry. She would do my grocery shopping. She would go to the job, and she would make all the money. And I wouldn't have her do too much illegal stuff because she looks like me.
No, what you be doing is fighting yourself because you wouldn't even go for that. You'd be fighting yourself. Y'all be beating the shit out of you.
She's a clone, so it's still she's still gonna have everything that I have,
including your fist. You better learn a different fighting style.
Fighting. Oh, right. That'd be right. A fight, boy. We be tearing each other up.
It's like I hate when you step on my toe. Like, ugh.
But if she's a clone, then we're not with each other. I can send her out into the world. Go.
But she still has your personality. You just telling me somebody can pull up like, I know you look like me, but you got to do all this work I don't want to do as a real human. You got to do all this grocery shopping.
If you're my clone, you got to do what I tell you to do. Because I'm the real deal here.
How do they know that? They're cloning you. How do they know they're the real deal?
They're cloning me because if you said if I had a clone of me, how did I get it? I made you. So I'm going to program you to do things that I don't want to know. So you got to do it. That's that.
That's fair. I personally said there could not be two of me. You put another one of me in this time frame right now, that's a terrorist organization. That cannot happen. There could only be one royal in this universe.
I would say the same thing for myself because, I mean, I know people in my life will probably be like, one of you is enough.
Yeah, one of you is enough.
One of you is enough.
Absolutely.
So, interesting conversation, though, that you guys. I didn't watch the whole show, but I did catch some of it yesterday.
Oh, we had a good time last night. We talked a lot about music. Just kind of kicked it last night. It was fun. We talked about the good, the bad, like social media. You want to chime in on that? We're like, is it good or bad?
Of social media.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are some good. I mean, I've connected with a lot of people. When Facebook first came, and social media, well, I guess that would be social media. Mm-hmm. Facebook, I connected with a lot of people that I probably would not have connected with had it not been for social media. So that was a good side of it all for me. And I mean, and you could use it as a networking tool as well. So that's another good thing. If you use it for good and not for evil, it can really benefit you.
True.
I don't think it's a place for you to get on here and just create havoc or cause havoc. And that's what happens.
or do too much. I don't need to know that you have fettuccine. I don't need to know everything about you. I don't need to know that you just got up. I don't need to know that you just drank coffee. I don't need to know that you just like yarn.
But you remember when Facebook first started, that's how it was, though. It used to go, Michelle is, and then you would put whatever you're doing or whatever you got going on. If you remember that, but it changed along the way because that was the whole idea. You're supposed to be telling people what you got going on, what you're doing. But then I think people went a little bit too crazy.
Yeah.
Not true, RG. There are 3 R jizzles left.
No, that's not true. Because like those are technically my offspring, not jaded by the world, like the main model.
Right. They're not right. They're not technically clones.
Yes. They have their own will.
Right. That's true, right?
Yes. They have their own will. They can say, "Oh, that's wrong."
Yeah,
Dad. Very wrong, Dad. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Call them my conscience, if you will, because I'll be like, yeah, they're my conscience. So.
Because your clone would be identical to you. You would think the same, act the same, all of that.
Because RG be like, I should slap that person, and other RG be like, yep, let's slap them, or he'd already be slapping them. So yes,
the clone is not going to go against what you want to do.
Because he's thinking the same thing I am. Slap him. Yep.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. So yeah,
that part.
Don't need a clone.
Social media. So what did you guys come up with when it came to the good and bad of social media?
What you said at first, pretty much connecting the world together, old acquaintances and stuff like that. Then we talked about the problem of the influence, where people feel like they're less than because they're looking at all these ridiculous internet stories and thinking they should be that, knowing that people be lying, and people using their social media to project something that they're not. And we see that all the time, where people be on the internet talking crazy, then they talk themselves into a fight that they can't win, and they end up lumped up and stuff like that. It happens all the time.
Yeah, and
you
can't have you just can't even have a healthy conversation. Like, everybody has to. You can't have your own opinion and have someone disagree with your opinion. It's okay. Instead of people disagreeing with your opinion, they have to call you names. You're an idiot because you think that way, or you're stupid because you feel that way. It's like,
yeah, that's the problem. Like, it's the sounding board for everyone's thoughts, because you can find someone that thinks like you, even if it's ridiculous. So
I said that before. That I said you can get a cosigner on anything that you think about on social media. Post it. Just post it.
Like, what was I looking at earlier? Some lady was talking about how, like, Mercedes-Benz are more like women's cars, and any dude that's driving a Mercedes-Benz is driving a feminine car. I'm like, it's Benz. What are you talking about, weirdo?
That makes absolutely no sense.
I know, but she was adamant. And I'm like, what are you driving then? Because last time I checked, having a Mercedes-Benz was not a masculine car. It was a sweet car, not masculine.
A luxury car. For people who got a couple dollars.
Yes.
And nowadays, you even got to have a couple dollars to drive a Mercedes-Benz. You could be living in the projects and have one parked outside.
That's true. Ask the Hot Boys, remember?
Right.
Remember the videos? They had all type of cars.
All kind of cars.
Mm-hmm.
So, I didn't know they made masculine cars or feminine cars. Now, colors maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Colors, I can get with that, yeah.
Oh! I just thought about something. I was 8 years old when I found out what Aretha Franklin meant about the freeway of love.
Yeah, I was seeing that the other day. I didn't know either.
Bro, she was out here on some fields and it went all the way off of my head.
No, that wasn't Freeway of Love. That was Pink Cadillac.
Yeah, she said, I'm going right on the freeway.
Yeah, I'm a Pink Cadillac. Whoa,
we thinking she driving down I-95. Oh, no. She's driving somewhere else. Oh, boy.
She wanted you to drive down her freeway of love. Aretha was something.
Yeah, I am great enough. No thanks, Aretha. You keep that to yourself.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
No, yeah, I'm good.
Because that came out like mid 80s. That means I was in middle school. No thanks. No thanks, Auntie. No thanks.
She knew what she was doing.
And it worked.
Was a hot mama.
Yeah. They talk about how she always carried her purse because she always did all her performances in cash. And she carried her purse with her everywhere she went on stage, and she usually had a pistol because when people would write her checks, they would bounce. So she wasn't showing up unless you pay her straight cash. And she kept it in her purse on stage with her.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how long she did that.
Forever. That was how she operated. Because she had an IRS audit, and they didn't have any income because all her money was in cash. So she had to like go back and declare all that stuff at some point. Because the reason why I'm playing with y'all. Okay, the reason why I'm playing with y'all, you ain't gonna give her no bounce check.
Right after I done performed, I'm like, well, see, what she should have did was get the check in advance, and when the check clears, I'll appear on stage.
You know what you don't have to clear? Cash.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Ain't nothing to clear.
I never knew that. That's interesting. I never knew that.
If you look at an old Aretha performance, she usually has her purse with her, and that's usually where the show money is in her purse.
I never paid any attention to that.
Yeah, she's a G for real.
Yeah.
Let's see. What did Kim say?
Casey.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna let that slide. Yes, indeed. Yeah, we're gonna let that slide. So, what y'all talking about here on this chat, man? We up here kicking it. Me and her can talk all day. What y'all talking about?
We can talk all day. If y'all want to join in, I know we had a couple of topics on our poll, and one of them was what was it? Overthinkers Anonymous.
Ooh, okay. Want to dive into that real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
So I will ask you, my friend, are you an overthinker? And if so, why?
Hell to the damn yeah. Hell to the yes.
Even when you feel like it's concrete, lead pipe sense, you overthink it anyway? You're overthinking it right now. I see you.
You see. No, I'm actually thinking of an answer. I have to respond.
Yep. She ain't lying.
I have been an overthinker, over analytical person my whole entire life. But, I know a lot of that comes from a lot of trauma. So now I catch myself before I go down the rabbit hole. So things like not responding to a text message. I make it something simple like that.
All right.
Could possibly send me down a rabbit hole of what the fuck. And possibly get a person blocked. Not now. Not so much now. Because now I talk myself out of off the ledge now. I'm able to do that without reacting negatively. So, because anything could be going on.
Right.
That's just an example of a thing that will cause me to overthink.
Okay, so do you find yourself overthinking in social settings or just like, I don't know whether I want spaghetti or like ribs?
Nah, when it comes to food, I don't really necessarily, I don't consider that an overthinking. Like, I don't want that, but I don't want that. So, I don't think that's overthinking.
Yeah, what I mean by that is like,
could be creating a scenario from a scenario that you don't even need to create.
And that's why I was
telling yourself, okay, this happened, and you tell yourself, now you go into your head about 1,000 things of why that could have happened. And a lot of those reasons have a lot to do with who you are as a person. They did this because you are this horrible person, and that's why they did it.
So in other words, you personalizing their response to you and thinking of something you did to
not me.
Get
I'm
that.
Just saying that was an example that I'm using. I don't do that. There was a time probably some years ago when I did that. But that's a form of overthinking to the point where it's detrimental to your mental health.
True.
Because it sends you down this rabbit hole of feeling bad about yourself, low self-esteem, and it could be the furthest thing away from what's actually going on.
But it also could be a form of protection too. Because think about it like this: you don't want to make the wrong decision, so you don't make any decision, and you just ponder what could be done.
What are you protecting yourself from? Hurt?
The fear of the unknown. That's a real fear. You don't know how people are going to respond to you in certain settings. You don't know whether you should take the red pill or the blue pill. stuff like that. Matrix. Put that on the board for myself. So
protection or insanity?
Well, when you say insanity,
protection or insanity? I mean,
you know what I'm about to do.
You can talk yourself out of something that is. I'm just saying. You can talk yourself out of a situation that is not even a situation because you have told yourself that it is.
All right, I can dig that.
And it's not that. That's overthinking to the 10th power.
So there's levels to this.
It's like relax, because if it's not happening, don't make it happen.
Or don't talk yourself into it.
Don't talk yourself into that thing. Exactly.
Yeah, I think we talked about that earlier this season. We talked about overthinking and processing stuff. And a lot of our fans were actually saying, yeah. And we actually had some pretty good tips. So that's your cue to go back and watch that episode so we don't have to repeat it.
And even sitting back, replaying conversations that you've had with people, and then creating a whole scenario from that conversation. It's like, why you can't just take the conversation for what it was? They said this and they said that. Why do you have to go deeper than that?
Because they're overthinking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Commercial break. Let's go to commercial.
Exactly.
Got me together with this two-piece. It's the good leggings, no see-through business.
Tap into your essence with a Divine Essence candle. Candles that soothe your soul and balance your chakras. Each candle has an affirmation inscribed on each jar to help you stay grounded, create balance and harmony. Use code DE20 for 20% off your first purchase at divineessence.us.
And we are back running with scissors. Your main man, RG, my big sister, Michelle, with the 1L in the building.
In the building.
Tonight's topic is yours choice. We turn the microphone to you guys.
Overeating. What I said, overeating anonymous. Jeez. That is not what we were talking about.
If you're on your knife bag of chips, it's not overthinking. You're just overeating. Put the dang old chips down. Just say you're welcome.
Overthinkers Anonymous.
Okay, gotcha.
But then wait, there was more to that. It was Overthinkers Anonymous for people who plan out their arguments.
Word.
Because I'm going to say this if he say that. Or I'm going to say this if she say that. So you're already anticipating that there's going to be an argument, first of all. And when the argument starts, if he say that, I got this. I'm going to say this.
You know what the worst part is? What if the person never argues with you? So you made up this whole argument for nothing.
Arguing with yourself.
Yeah.
Basically, you're having an argument with your clone.
Yes. Yes.
With yourself. So stop. Look, I know it's easier said than done. To just be like, stop. Because it's not always that easy. And I get it. I'm just so cool and laid back now that I don't have time to argue with people about nothing.
I don't have the patience anymore.
I don't want to do none of that. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm going to own my shit. And I'm going to be wrong. And accept that I was wrong. And apologize for being wrong. I don't want to argue. Like, people, like today, it was a post that, and lately, I don't usually get into a lot of debates anymore. I used to, though.
Right.
It was a post, and the post was, why don't marriages work nowadays?
Depends on who you ask. Depends on who you ask. Yeah, because, I feel like when you ask broad questions like that, you're already setting yourself up for doom. because you're already on the assumption that none of this stuff lasts. And there's plenty of cats that have been married for a long time. You know.
No, that wasn't the actual question. I'm trying to find it now.
I know, but to keep the show going and just sitting up there looking at you like, is he gonna look it up?
It's okay. The question was, why aren't marriages lasting like our grandparents' generation?
Money. Everybody can get them a job and do their own damn thing. You ain't got to sit at the crib.
Something which probably was triggering to some of the brothers. I said because women stopped allowing men to cheat on them and having outside babies and bringing those babies into the household. And they also, because a lot of things that women accepted were because they were not the breadwinners. And it was a time, and now when we think about our grandparents' generation,
Penny.
now it really depends on, hey, Penny, it really depends on the generation that you're asking this question to.
Mm-hmm.
Because my generation come from a different thing.
Right.
So a lot of women stayed at home because they couldn't necessarily work.
Right.
They couldn't have bank accounts. They couldn't have certain things. So the men were the ones that were breadwinners and the women were at home, and they just accepted a lot of things because they had no other choice to some degree.
Yeah, but it's still cause and effect there because the dudes wasn't going around sleeping with their homies. They had other women that were in the same scenario doing the same stuff they were doing. So
yeah,
what are we talking about?
But no, they were having multiple women, and they were having outside babies and
families
babies home with their wives, and the wives were taking care of these babies. So I mean, but when you talk about marriages lasting back then, to me, I'm not saying that's the sole reason, but that's part of the reason. Well, again, it depends on the generation.
It does.
Because if you ask my kids that question, they're going to have a different answer.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what I miss? What I come in on?
I was just asking, we just kind of talking about a bunch of different things. So why aren't marriages lasting like our grandparents' generation?
Oh, that's easy. Because folks not loyal. They not committed. Families been broken up for a long time. We have proof that you can do it on your own and with damaged goods. Easy. And most of the families that did stay together for a long time, it wasn't because, some of them because God-fearing, you're supposed to, but outside of that, it was what you did, it was what you were taught, and that's not how it is anymore. We're taught opposite. We're taught opposite, so we know you don't have to.
Stick it out. You stick it. So that was triggering to some of the people, and some person was like, "Oh, you don't make no sense," and women always made money. And my point, what I was saying about this guy, the people want to debate with you about your opinion, and I said it doesn't make sense to you
because you're overthinking it.
And I'm not about to go back and forth with you about my opinion. So they be looking for arguments is my point. Like they be looking for arguments. I'm not about to argue with your ass about what I just said. I said what I said.
Exactly. It's like you have your opinion and you have your experience. Next, who else we talking to?
And that is a lot of the problem.
Who else we talking
when
to?
It comes to you can't even have an opinion without somebody telling you your opinion is wrong.
That's because everybody wants to be right. The same way that everybody wants to be right, they sensitive too. They want to talk and they want to be heard, and they're the smartest person in the room. And it's just like, can we just have a conversation and keep it moving? Like, I don't even see why this is a debate. It's a conversation. It's just a conversation.
Two things can be right at the same time. And I said to him, and I said, and if you just want to be right, then you won. You won. Right. You won. Now get the fuck out. No, you stop.
I'm about to say, be right over there. Be right over there.
Over there.
Thank you.
Keep your opinion over there.
Yeah. All right. Have you guys jumped into the topic
yet? I got a comment over here. Let me see what this says. Folks give up. Oh shit, my mouse ain't working. Folks give up for any simple reason, and it's a lot to do with finances too. Yeah, definitely.
Finances will break up a lot of relationships.
Yeah, a lot of money issues always. I'm not gonna say always, but that can definitely be a huge factor.
Yeah, that's a big stress.
Now, as the generations got, or like our generation and the generations after us, it just became easier to just like, I'm out.
It's hard to stay in love with your electricity off, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. You gotta have that Bobby and Whitney joint. You might, hey dog, we ain't ate a day. I don't love nobody.
You may not want the Bobby and Whitney joint. That might be why the lights is out. You know, they had issues.
You know what I mean by that? Their loyalty was, I would say, their loyalty was damn near unmatched. Because you can't do what they've done to each other and be like, oh, we still cool. Oh, no. They had a level of like be cool that I don't know if I ever have. They was.
Well, see, well, that's a whole other subject because
that's right. That's the highest level of toxicity
a victim
going on in their household.
of her stuff. You know, she was special.
No, I didn't say it was no problem.
Y'all ain't jumping to it yet?
No, because
we've been kind of talking about some of the things. We talked about the Overthinkers Anonymous for people who plan out their arguments. We started talking about that.
Talked about little crap we seen on the internet for a second.
Yeah, and then so now we were just waiting for you
to give us the results.
Oh, that's interesting. I told you, man. The results for the polls. What's really funny is the Overthinkers one. It only got one. Like it was only one for that one.
Might have been mine.
There was a couple.
They didn't overthink it. It's like nope.
There was like two people that were like, I'm trying to find out how to break up. I think we were about to be in charge of some unhappy homes, but they didn't win. We had gotten two for the what you do when your brain's not working. The brain probably stopped working. They forgot to keep putting the votes in. So I think that's what that happened. But the winner was the next level question. I have to see exactly what that question entitled, but that's the one that won. That's one on YouTube and then one on the gram.
Get to your next level? I mean, that question is going to be different for everyone.
I think it's going to be different. Yes, it should be different for everybody. Everybody's next level should look different. But there are core things that each of us should be probably doing if you're trying to level up.
Overthinking.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, look. Yeah.
Stop overthinking. Right.
Life does not have to be that complicated. We make everything complicated. And it's not that hard. It's not that hard.
And I'm gonna say, all right. You gotta let the past go, because you can't get to the next level if you're still holding on to the past. It's impossible. Yes, I agree, Joanne. The spouses put up with more than back then. I agree.
You know what? I don't know. That one's interesting because when you think about back then, you didn't have like swipe left and social media to compete with. Like there's a world of options in your hand, in your face, waking up before your spouse even says good morning. You know, like they dealt with a lot, but at the same time, there's a lot going on now too. You're dealing with volumes of people and attention now. Like I can't imagine having to compete with the volume of attention that we are seeking now. And validation and likes and followers. It's like how is the one person that you're laying and sleeping with every day supposed to compete with your million followers? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there's a sense of denial and just an altered reality and ego that exists now that was not the case before, because you didn't have any options. Like, I mean, when you had to wake up in the morning to cook your breakfast, guess what? Life was simple. It was complicated and hard, but it was simple.
So there's a comment. Social media is ruining relationships. Is it? Is social media ruining relationships?
Yeah. No, it's giving people more outlets to do what they're going to do in the first place.
Ruin their relationships.
Yeah. I blame it on technology. It's a choice.
Social media.
That's making it easier.
Social media can play a part in the downfall or breakdown of a relationship.
It's making it's easier because it can totally introduce ideas that's not there. And look, and that algorithm, if that algorithm keeps telling you your man might be cheating on you, then all of a sudden you believe it.
And anybody got access to your inbox. So if somebody sees your picture and they think that you're cute, here they come.
Yeah, the social media is not meant for the weak. It's not. It's not. Like you have to have discipline, know the difference, and I mean, it'll definitely test your relationships. It may not necessarily be like the sole reason, but it will test your relationships and your boundary. It will test your boundaries with yourself. Yeah. Hey, look, you're going to get up and be obedient to what you're trying to do, or you're going to scroll for another 45 minutes. Like, it'll test yourself.
All right. I see what you're saying. But I don't know. I feel like it's still a choice. So if you're going to let like a bunch of likes, shares, and subscribes ruin your life, you're going to find something else.
That's the thing. Because there are, okay, hey sis, hey,
what up, Joe?
Some people will allow, because I post a picture or a dude posts a picture and his girlfriend sees or his wife sees a bunch of other women liking it or loving it, she's gonna take that and go, "Oh, so who's that?"
That's what she insecure.
That's the insecurity.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say when my husband's getting his stuff, I'll be having to peep him being like, "Oh, she like you." He'd be like, "No, it's just the comment." I'd be like, "Dude, why do men never recognize when women is fake when they actually flirting with me? It's like they don't even see it."
Okay, I can answer that for you guys because most of the time we don't care, right? Most of us dudes like we're already with the person we want to be with. We don't give a crap. You can say whatever you want. Make sure my prime rib is well done. And every time my cup get about this part, give me another beer. That's all I care about right now.
That is an answer from a happily married man, but that is not the majority for them men.
That ain't from a man who's not.
That is not.
I'll take it another way. You be a fool in today's climate to do anything on electronic media that can be shared with anybody. They doing
that all the time.
Trust me, I know.
They're doing these challenges and taking pictures of themselves as receipts. It's like that's exactly why you got arrested and caught, stupid.
Or you're at the Coldplay concert with your colleague hugged up.
Big dummy.
Right. While they live streaming it. They live streaming it. And then you send in your location. It's like, no, too much.
So it's like people will allow social media to affect their relationships to the point where they will break up. Because you have men that are in relationships that are still seeking and searching so that they can cheat and do things that they want to do and know they got a whole wife at home.
That's men and women at this point, and they be doing
it. Put it on men because women do it too. Yeah, absolutely. Because I got homeboys that tell me they get hit on by married men.
I respect that. You should say that many won't be true, but some are honest.
Right.
I respect that. That's dope.
Now that is true.
Now, see, because I don't want to break y'all off, but I'm wondering if we're gonna go into the top or is we gonna stay on this one? Because this one's rolling, but I'm just curious.
Since it's viewers' choice, we're gonna talk about everything. I don't see why not. If we gotta narrow it down to one thing.
Well, I thought the vote was gonna win, so I was gonna.
Well, okay. Well, let's do it like this. Since we talk about truth, you have to be honest with yourself to get to the next level. You got to understand where your level's at. And what you actually need, whether it hurts you or makes you better. And a lot of people want the success, but they don't want the crappy part that goes with said success. And you have to be honest about yourself and what you need to do to get to that next level.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people don't even know what that looks like, being honest with themselves, because
I think you do. Because that's a cop-out to me when you say, I didn't know I was doing wrong. Yes, you did. We got to stop giving people bail and acting like they're just absent from their thoughts and their spirit. You know what the hell you're doing. Whether you choose to see it as wrong or not is a choice. But you know it ain't right.
Then they wonder why they're not getting to the next level. So it's like,
exactly. Acceptance is real.
Take some inventory and check out what you got going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you said that. Inventory for sure. You have to be honest about where you are. And that's in all aspects. You can't be sometimes in like, oh, well, I get up on time and I'm prompt, but you lie on all your projects. Like you're using GPT for all your work. It's not even coming from you. Like you skimming off the top. Like you're not giving everybody their money. Like I'm just saying, if there's any parts in your life that you are just not honest, you're not a true person, you're not real good in your partnerships and things of that nature, you gotta wonder, like, maybe there's a reason why you're not moving on. Like, are you a hoarder? Do you have a bunch of stuff in the house that you need to throw away? Like, are you have unhealthy habits? Like, you can't just say, well, this is just me. This is who I've always been. How's that working for you, son?
That doesn't work out. That doesn't work.
How well is that working for you?
It's perfect if you got a rap career. It's perfect. But if you're actually doing anything else other than rap, you probably want to do.
Because
if you're trying to be 40p,
I don't know how to get to the next level, and then they go and they seek out help to get to the next level. But the first thing that they refuse to do is actually look at themselves.
Yeah, but it's everybody else's fault.
Everything else is the problem around them.
They won't give me a chance.
Right.
They didn't hit me back.
The victim
I put in the applications. Yeah.
Right.
That's a lie.
So how are you presenting yourself? How are you showing up for these interviews? How are you doing all of these things? What are you doing to make yourself better so that, okay, you're not getting called back, So now there's something maybe we need to tweak to figure that out.
Now, I'm going to say this since I'm going through this with a lot of my kids. They are playing games in the streets when it comes to hiring. Like they have taken on a model of look like you're hiring on a regular basis so that you can keep the catalog going, you can keep the hope going, but you are not actually hiring people. And then there's a lot of places now that are not hiring full-time employees. They are actually only hiring part-time. Like that is saving them money and they're doing it on purpose without letting you know. So there are games being played.
Sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there's some games being played.
We went back and forth with this with my youngest kid. Shout out to happy birthday to John. But he put in a lot of applications, and we were on LinkedIn, and everyone that said they were hiring, he may get one interview out of like 10 applications, and then they on some nonsense. He walked into one job interview, and he watched the lady supposed to interview him talk horrible about the people that were working. He was sitting there watching her berate them.
Right, so why you want to work for her?
Why would you work for her?
All right.
I have kids that have
a lot to do with where you live too.
Well, yeah, and let's be the truth. You know what I'm saying? What you look like still matters.
Getting a job. My daughter never had a problem getting a job, and I think sometimes that's not always a good thing for her because she doesn't always take the job that she has serious. Because I'll just get another one.
Right.
Sometimes that's her mindset, and I'm like, you got to stop that.
Now, see, I had that mindset. I do, and but that's because I'm like determined. I've always been that person where one no was not going to stop me, and I would create an opportunity even if it looks like it's not going to be one. So I definitely had that one where it's like there's a whole world out here, so I'm not about to let you hurt my feelings, disrespect me, downgrade what my capabilities are. I will go get something else. But it's like even if they think they're not hiring, I'm the type of person that will go into the office and be like, well, you need me here anyway, and we'll create something. But that takes. You know, everybody can't do it because that's not
thinking like that. She's
right.
Don't get on the job and screw up and mess up and do this and go late and do these things
and then just quit.
You can get another job.
Right. You still got to be able to work, or you're going to continue to lose the jobs. Like you got to be real. Like you will continue to keep needing not having a foundation and keep messing up, and you got to know that's you. Like you're the common denominator.
Full disclosure, I was totally like that in my earlier years. I always kept a job, but I wasn't pressed until I started making money. And I was like, oh, I got to act up. I got to come to work on time. The money made me actually be more compliant with the company that paid me. Because, like, if you're telling me I'm going to make minimum wage, you're going to treat me like dirt, and I got to keep showing up every day, no, I'm probably not going to take it serious. I'm just keeping it in the buck. You know, especially when you know there's something out there you can do that's kind of similar, that's going to give you the same money. I just go find that other job that means nothing. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. I agree with that, Angela. What I noticed, many opinions, while many of us are in the battle of life, I learned regardless of what anyone says, keep moving forward. May you all be blessed.
Indeed. Thank you.
That's for sure. 100%. You got to keep moving. You got to keep moving forward. And that's what I think a lot of people get stuck.
Good segue, by the way.
Because they think they're stuck. You know, they think they're stuck. And that's the thing. Like you said, being honest with yourself, you have to see where you are. If you don't even know where you are, then where are you going? If you don't actually set some intentions and be like, okay, well, this is where I want to be, and then stick towards that. Like you don't hold yourself accountable and keep moving forward, every little step and every small gesture is still moving you closer to your goals, to that next level. And you have to stay moving. Like everything in life continues moving. Everything's a season. Okay. Everything in the world, plants move up, they grow, they die. Like everything continues to move. But for some reason, we think we don't have to keep moving, that we are not supposed to change or update our systems. And it's like, that's completely false. Like that's something else that was taught to us, like that you're supposed to just stay the same and keep that job and have a stable career. That stuff came from the people, not even just the people, but that generation that it was required for them to hold on because they didn't have the opportunities. They weren't being taken serious. They weren't allowed to read and vote. So if you got a job, guess what? You better keep it. But that was them teaching that to us, and then we held on to it, and life has changed. We do have more options. We do have different career paths and choices that was not the case for that generation.
Now,
and
granted, I will say this: between I would say 1970, maybe mid 80s, there was an incentive to keeping your job because there were things in place where you can actually retire within 20 to 30 years. So it wasn't an incentive to stay on that job for 30 years because you knew you were going to be taken care of in your grand years. But ever since they flushed that down the toilet, you got to go for yours. This is what it is.
Because now we're in the generation of entrepreneurship now. If you don't own it, then you don't own it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take care of yourself and make your own rules because that's really the direction that we're going to now. It's different. Indeed. It is definitely different. But you have to be able to be honest with yourself and actually see what's yours and what's theirs. That mindset came from, you know what I'm saying, the older generation. You have to, it has a purpose and it has a point, but you still have to be realistic to the life that you live in. And times now are different, just like with our kids. It's different growing up for them. Everything moves so much faster, but you have to make sure that you know where you are on your journey in your life and what's required. You need to, it's up to you to do that kind of homework and then stay on top of it.
Got it.
You really do.
It ain't gonna happen until you you gotta walk up the steps. You gotta keep walking up the steps. You stay on the steps. And be like, okay,
I can't reach it.
Now what?
I can't reach my next level.
What's that?
I can't reach it.
Somebody gotta push you.
Right. I will say another thing. I'll give you one more thing for next level growth.
Push you.
Looking at your plan and knowing when to revise it. Because a lot of people will stick to an old strategy that no longer works for the time they're in. So you have to be able to look at yourself, look at your plan, and see where changes need to be made. Because you can be stagnant trying to stick to the same script.
That's true. The different generations is definitely evidence where it's like times are changing quickly. I mean, I feel bad for our kids really because their stuff is updating often. Like I remember, like with the phones, it was what at one point Apple was like every year. Now it seems to be like every couple weeks and months. Like, I mean, the computer updates by itself. I didn't even give it permission. Like, what you doing? Like, it's just regular all the time. The fads on TikTok and Instagram, those fads, people really do like. I don't know why, but they move according to those fads. And this is not just young children, this is adults too. And that changes with every viral moment. Like with every viral moment.
Content creator world where people are striving to be content creators to make money. And there's nothing wrong with that because I guess that's technically entrepreneurship, right? So in a way, but if social media goes away, then what?
Honestly,
and that's a lot of people not gonna make it.
I think the kids are going to be fine because we're looking at their world from our perspective. But remember, they're moving and growing up with the speed of it as it happens. So they're used to the speed because that's all they know. We've seen a simpler time where things were more straightforward. So they're growing up with this. So I think they're more equipped to handle it as it changes because they're used to change so much. Think how much stuff has changed.
Goes away.
You know why?
So once it goes away,
because when TikTok was about to,
when it was down.
Man, them people was crashing.
They was hey, look, they look like people jumping out of buildings during the Depression. They was jumping ship and they was losing.
People have purchased homes. They have a lifestyle behind content content creating. So when they thought TikTok was about to crash, man, they was crashing out.
Okay, but I got one for you. I got one rebuttal. They have TikTok. We had the stock market. We had a big stock market crash like in that late 90s. And what were people doing when they lost their money? The same thing those TikTokers were. They were jumping out windows and acting up.
You have more. You have
thing.
a lot of people investing in because I didn't know anything about stocks growing up, and my parents weren't into stocks either. They knew you had to get a job, get a 9-to-5, go to work, get a career, get a pension, and that's what these kids ain't thinking like that.
Because
it's all about viral moments.
That's it.
The viral moment.
But it doesn't exist though. How many kids can you say, "Hey kid, go work here, you'll be fired in 20 years"? Nowhere. Because you can work 20 years and still get fired right before you retire. So there's nothing out here for these kids in the professional world outside of finding the job that pays you the most. That's it.
It's really, that's what I'm saying. It's bad. It really is. It's like, how do you motivate them? And you know, and it's hard. How do you motivate them to stay positive in a world is crashing.
Because
Like,
you still got to eat
you
every day
know?
and live your life. Because being mad is not going to put food in your stomach unless you being mad at your job while working.
While you working.
Now
That's
I
right.
agree with you. Now I definitely think in this digital age and how fast paced everything is changing and the economy being chaos the way that it is, it doesn't make you want to think too far ahead for the long term because it's just completely unstable right now.
Indeed.
But you do have to be committed and you still have to understand that eventually is not promised at all. So how do you want to live your life right now, today? Do the things on your list that you want to do, explore the things that you want to explore, get answers to the questions that you have, because you cannot wait till eventually. But you want to make sure that this time counts, because just like with the pandemic, we have proof that life will change in a moment. It changes in a moment. So what are you going to do with your time? You got 24 hours. What you going to do with it? Period. You can create the reality that you want. There's a lot of things against us, especially in our culture and during this time frame. And these young kids, their future is not exciting. It really isn't. For those of us who know what stability looks like, I have no clue what their AI and everything else, what it's going to look like for them in 10 years at all.
No.
But they still have the power of creating what their today looks like. And they still have to be mindful, because even with being with the viral moments, it's is this how you want to be seen? It's all fun and games and you made some money, you got some likes, but is that your character? Because you can't erase the stuff once it's off the internet. Is this what you want to be seen as?
A lot of them don't care because the crazier you look, the more money you make.
Right.
So
that's what they do, but it's that money is dangerous.
All kinds of craziness. One of the topic is we talking about what do we need to get to the next level. They're not even thinking about, like you said, we thought about how we looked, how we showed up for the most part, because it's gonna stay with us.
It's gonna affect you. Exactly. And that internet stays with you.
And do the most goofiest, stupidest thing so I can get a check.
That's not guaranteed. Like you said, the internet goes out right now. The last memory of you was that you was a clown. And you want people to take you serious. It's do you not understand that people and look, they warned us. They warned us that people are going to be looking at your social media when you putting in these applications. I don't think these kids remember that. They think that we made that up. It's I tell my kids, regardless of what the world is telling you right now about how you can just do whatever you want, the people that are hiring you is my age group. And we look at all of it. We're paying attention and we're looking for substance. When you start running stuff, then y'all gonna pop lock and do whatever you want, but that's not the case right now. It's my generation and older still own everything. So I'm gonna need you to listen.
And it happens all the time in sports. You'll get a high draft pick where all of a sudden some mysterious thing comes out where he was fighting in a college room or he's smoking weed. Next thing you know, his stock level drops and now he's going late rounder.
Yeah.
Off of stuff he thought that was totally anonymous.
Do y'all think that these kids are thinking about retirement now? Like we did?
No, they're trying to pull it now.
Retirement. We thought about retirement. Okay, I
need to don't plan on living that long.
I can retire from.
They don't plan on living that long. I really don't.
They thinking about right now, though. They only think about right now. What I can do
exactly.
right now, how much I can make right now.
They don't think about consequences. They don't think about cause and effect. It's funny. Cause and effect is simultaneous. It is a right now, but they don't think about that. They think of effect as eventually and later on. They're only looking at, well, what can I do right now for that money? The dollar is about to mean nothing. So now what you going to do? With no internet and the dollar doesn't mean anything. What are you doing with yourself? I try to make sure that all of us here understand that the next level looks like community. It looks like bartering. It looks like real relationships, because the dollar not going to mean anything. It's going to be dangerous. And the internet is already being used against us. That's not something that you need to actually just depend on. But those relationships, those connections with people, that's going to be what actually brings in the products and the food, that security that we're going to need. So, that mindset needs to shift.
I push back just a little bit, because when we talk about cause and effect, we all had the same cause and effect growing up. We just didn't have it recorded. That's the only difference between our cause and effect and theirs. Their cause and effects is recorded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they self-report. We weren't trying to say nothing to
And they
nobody.
self-snitching.
I didn't want to be on nobody's camera.
No, not at all. I was not here. That was not me.
Man, listen.
That's
So
funny.
that's the big difference between it. We all had the same cause and effect. There's always been drug addiction. All the addictions you can think of were always there. It's just when the live camera showing it all the damn time.
That's true.
You talking about some self-sabotage? Yes. Social media self-sabotage for sure. And it's working. But eventually, like the youth, and it's not, I wish it was just the youth, but the truth of it is it's not. There are adults just being swept away with social media, just being caught up and lost in the sea of information, and they can't handle it. It was thrown on us so fast and developed so quick. Even our generation cannot handle the volume of options and information that we are currently being given. Like, I mean, it's crazy. You really have to have a strong faith and have some discipline to make it through. How fast? I mean, really, in 10 minutes, how many different videos were you able to either see, watch, or go past? All this different knowledge and all this different moods. Yeah, it's a lot, and that's what I'm saying. Your body responds to that. We are killing our adrenaline glands, like fight or flight, on a regular basis. Like our moods change all the time, all day long. We are being burnt out, and we don't even know it. We're all being desensitized. Like it's bad.
Oh, that's a fact. That is a fact.
It's bad. But that next level is still possible. I mean, like you said, Michelle, about being stuck, it's still a mindset, and you still have to accept that for yourself. If you don't accept, because I'm not stuck. I can have a crazy situation. Well, it don't really get that crazy, but if there's something going on in my life, I still don't allow myself to feel as if I'm stuck.
Me neither.
Like, no, there's things to do. There's options. This is the situation right now. And what am I going to do next? How am I going to resolve it? Do I need to ask for some help? Do I need to do some research? Like, I refuse to be a victim of the situation. And you have to change your mindset. You have to just think like, well, am I okay with this? And if the answer is no, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do about it?
But when you level up, take somebody else with you.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, Keith.
We talk about this all the time, where we're dragging this baggage along, and they're kicking and screaming because they're afraid of the change, and they sometimes stifle your growth.
Talking about them.
Okay, thank you. Please clarify. Like, wait a minute. Whoa.
We're not talking about them. Listen, if they don't want to go, leave them.
Okay,
right. If they kicking and screaming, drop them on the sidewalk and wave.
If you're giving the resistance to some knowledge and how we can move forward and get to the next level, and you have some pushback, you stay back. Because I got no time.
Okay, right. You can kiss him and I love you.
Yeah.
Everybody I love can't go. You're right. Everybody is not going with you to the next level.
They're not.
You've never been there before, so you don't know what it looks like, and that's okay. It can be scary. There'll be a learning curve. It's absolutely fine. But you do have to accept that. Know where you are and just accept everybody not coming with you.
No,
they really not.
With nobody's life. That's their life. So we're not pulling on the stone. I'm trying to pull you. You're trying to pull. No, we're not doing that. I want to take.
Thank you for clarifying. I'm like, wait.
Okay, bring someone who's willing. Because you can, you know what the truth is, you can offer it. You can offer to everybody, and if you know what it's just like when you give somebody homeless some money. You can't control where they spend that money, but you can just offer and be a good person. So I can tell you, hey, look, you can lead them to water. The water's over there. The next level's over there. I'm going to be there. Hopefully I see you. But if I don't,
it's what it is.
I see you when I see you.
That's it. Or not.
Well done. That was good.
I'm just saying. I might not.
Amen. But hopefully, I'm just saying, hopefully everyone wants that next level. And you don't have to have all the answers. We like to think that we have to wait for the perfect moment and have all the answers of, well, what does that look like? Yeah. I will find out what it looks like when I get over there. Like, keep going.
The door's open. Walk through it.
Don't be afraid to try.
Okay.
Simple as that. Don't be afraid to try. Because you think
Right.
about it, right? By the time you be afraid to try, you could have tried it, failed, and tried it again. In the time you thought about just trying it once.
Yeah. Some opportunities, that window of opportunity, you need to be ready to say yes or miss it. And how did you guys feel about that when opportunity? No, you don't have to say yes to everything, but how did you guys feel about that where there's a window of opportunity? Are you, I mean, even if you don't know what it looks like, are you going to take the opportunity, or do you need more information or research, or like how do you guys handle that?
Overthinking.
It depends on the situation. I try to take a good assessment of where I'm at. So if there's a job opportunity, it may pay more money, but doesn't fit my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would like that 6-figure or whatever. But is it gonna give me time to do my network stuff? It's gonna time to do my family stuff like that. So use your best judgment in the situation you are to kind of make those risks.
My daughter came to me, she had 2 job offers.
Mm-hmm.
One was making like $1 more than the other one, but then there was another benefit, like she could get like the certificate that she wanted to get. One of the jobs had the ability to work at that job and get the certificate that would move her up to the next level. The other job was making more money, but they didn't present her the opportunity to move to the next level. So she called me asking me, what should she do? So we laid it all out.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, she stayed with the job that was
paid her more money.
Less money.
Okay.
No, she didn't. She didn't go there because
she was like, "Yeah, whatever, Mom."
Present the situation to you that makes more sense. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say just go with the money because it's $1 more. Right. It's not a lot of money.
Just $1.
So you take $1 and you
not a zero. It's $1, not a zero.
Thinking that $1 that you can weigh as an investment in your future.
The opportunity that you could potentially make more.
I can eat that $1.
Right. So, because she was like, yeah, it is more money. Because she was leaning over there. I was like, she was leaning.
Yeah, money is a good reason, but you can't let it be the only reason. So that's the thing. Good job,
you gotta think about the future to some degree. Like, okay, I could take this job and I could take whatever the next level is, and that could be the potential for more money, more than $1. So
see. Now, I agree with you. I have had opportunities present themselves that were things that I never even thought about myself doing. That I didn't, it wasn't on my to-do list. I didn't see it coming. But in the moment of decision, I made sure I did some research and I weighed the pros and cons. But weighing pros and cons doesn't matter if you don't know what you want. Right. If you don't know what's important to you, and what your goals are, like your personal goals. Because when I got like that gala position, I never saw myself being fundraising in charge of a multi-million-dollar company and all the women of San Antonio. Like I never thought that. It's just like, okay, well, I'm a coach and I'm a consultant. I'm here to help you. I never thought about nothing like that. But when the opportunity came to do it, it's like, you're going to go hard or go home. Like this is different. But this moment, if you say yes, can change your life. Right. What's important to you? Will this affect your schedule? Will it offer more benefits? Will you have more customers because you're in front of more, crowds of people? So I had to really take the emotion out of it, the fear and the questions, and really just say, you're gonna go hard or go home. What you gonna do? And I made sure I made that decision without thinking too long on it, because that's one of those things that you got right now to say yes or no. What you doing? Like, here's the more what you doing. And I went ahead and said yes and tried out, and I was really surprised that I actually had gotten it, because I really hadn't thought that far. I was like, well, let's just see. I'll say yes. Messed around and got it. People have to have more courage to mess up, make a mistake, but just courage to be like, it's a 50-50 chance. What if it goes well? The
only thing you can guarantee, if you don't try it, you're not going to get it. That's the only guarantee you got.
That's sure. Just try. Don't be afraid to do something new, because sometimes God will give you something that you never thought about, that you didn't think about. But if you just kind of well, what does this look like for me if I do it? Don't be afraid to try something new. And Michelle, I thought about you just now. And Do not be afraid to let go of whomever, whatever,
Oh,
place
wow.
to
Season
change your
1 callback. Good one. That's a season 1 callback. Wait a minute.
like if that opportunity that may change your life and your loved ones and your family is calling you, don't be that person like, but my friends. You know what I'm saying? But I like this neighborhood. Being like, so you love it that much that you're just gonna stay.
Yeah.
Don't be complaining next year about how nothing's happening. It's like, no, you had an opportunity. You didn't take it. You can always move back. That's how I tell people, like, look, if you move, you can always move back.
That's the thing.
Right.
People buy houses. I can't move. It's called selling a house or renting it. Yes, you can. People get themselves all kinds of stuff. I can't leave. I can't. Why not? Why not?
It's choice.
Like viewer's choice. It's your life. How do you view it? Make a choice.
Make a choice. I love it.
It starts with a decision.
We are at the close of a amazing season.
Yes. Yay!
We appreciate everybody for rocking with us again for another season of Running with Scissors. And we hope you keep rocking with us, keep joining us, and we'll be back in a month with a new season.
Okay.
But
that will be
it
sounds far. November.
Check us out. Is our website out or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay, go check us out. We got our website at www.theunitedfront.com, theunitedfrontnetwork.com. We got some merch on there. You can catch all of the old shows. And if you have some feedback or you have a show idea and you want to join this amazing network, drop us an email.
If you have a podcast, if you have free resources, okay,
yes.
ideas, help. If you have a product that you want to sell and promote onto the show, there's buttons for that. Partnerships, like this is community, y'all. We're not just a podcast on TV because we want likes. I mean, y'all cool, y'all cool in everything. A little bit, but it's bigger than that. This is real. This is real. Look, this is real whether the Wi-Fi is on or not. I'm just saying.
We're networking. We're not just on here just talking. We actually trying to build community, and that's what's important to us.
Okay, power in numbers.
Like our motto says.
There's power in numbers. So let's build this thing. Like for real. Touch all the buttons. Partnership is real for us. It's real. And it's real for you. So everyone's gonna level up this next season. Next level. This. Hey, look, if you're afraid, then don't even come because you can't do nothing but level up if you're gonna be here with us. I'm just saying. You can't help but grow. Like, hey, look, you hear that sound? That's a wrinkle. You just learned something new.
Indeed.
Until next season.
See you in a month.
Catch the replays.
Love y'all. Later.